I have had such a pleasure directing this show with this troupe that I love so much, and this cast and crew and pro team that I love so much. I've never done this, though, without the help of my fantastic pro team. First, we have Sachi, my wonderful assistant director. Abby, my incredible stage manager. Katya, one of my fabulous ASMs. And Logan, my other fabulous ASM. I could not have done this without all of their work, and I'm so proud of them. This play, as Abby mentioned, has a runtime of about 2.5 hours with a 15-minute long intermission halfway through the play. We ask you not to record videos or take pictures during the production. That's Abby's job. And to please put your phone on silent or turn it off for the duration of the show. For a full list of content warnings, you can see the back, but they include misogyny, including heavy slut-shaming, abusive family dynamics, a depiction of an arrest, restraint, and interrogation, emotional manipulation, reference to suicide and self-harm, performed intoxication, sexual innuendo, and ableist language. Have a really great time tonight.
Benedick oh, he's returned. And as pleasant as ever he was. I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? How many hath he killed? For indeed I promised to eat all his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedick too much. And he'll be with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done a good service, lady, in these wars.
Yes, he's a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
A good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man. Stuff called honorable virtues.
Indeed, it is so. He is no less than a stuffed man. Cut to the stuffing.
Well, we are all mortal.
You must also mistake, my niece. There is a kind of merry war between Signor Benedick and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse, for it is all the wealth that he hath left. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
It's possible.
Oh, very easily possible. He wears
have loved all ladies, only you excepted. I would in my heart I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women! They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood. I'm of your humor for that. I had rather hear a dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Ah, keep your ladyship still in that mind. Else some gentleman or another shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and it were such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parent, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
Would my horse have the speed of your talk, and so good a continuer. Oh, but keep in your way, in God's name, I'm done.
You always end the jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonardo. Signor Claudio and Signor Benedick, my dear friend Leonardo, hath invited us all. I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month. And he hardly prays so the occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from his heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled with the French your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but
Please that your grace lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo. We will go together. Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her not, but I looked upon her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you ask me as an honest man should do for my simple, true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
I think she's too low for a high praise and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that she were other than she is, she were unhandsome. But being no other than she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport, I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
In the world thought such a jewel.
Get me a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow, or would you play flouting Jack to tell us Cupid's a good hair fiber and Vulcan a rare carpenter? Come, in what key shall man take you to go in the song?
Thine eyes is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such manner. Her cousin, were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I would swear that
hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedick, prepare the Leonatos, commend him to him, and tell him I shall not fail him at dinner for a deed. He hath made great preparation.
I am almost matter enough of me for such a head massage, and so I commit you to the tuition of God from my house, if I had it.
This is the July, your loving friend, Benedick.
Nay, mock not, mock not.
My liege, your highness now may do me good. My love designed to teach. Teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
No child but hear it. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, now that you're returned, war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how wonderful young hero is, saying that I liked her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love good hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. Was not to this end that thou beganst to twist so fine a story?
How sweetly you do minister to love, that no loves grief by his complexion, but lest by liking by too sudden sea might have salved it with the longer trees.
Would need the bridge which brought them the flood. The loveliest grant is in necessity. Look, what will serve is fit. 'Tis once thou lovest, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have revelry tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell the hero I am Claudio, and then in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her here prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then after to her father will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be mine. In practice, let us put it presently.
Give me a man after midnight. Oh, somebody help me chase the shadows away. Give me a man after midnight. Take me through the darkness to the break of
How
day.
now, brother? Where's my cousin, your son? Have you provided this music?
He is very busy about it. Brother, I can tell you straight
news, Horatio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by the Anado, and I can give you intelligence of your intended marriage.
Let's serve for any model to build mischief on. What is he for a fool to betroth himself to unquietness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio. Even he. A proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Mary, a hero, the daughter and heir of the Anado.
Very forward marched chick. How came you to this?
Being entertained for a fever, as I was smoking a musty room, comes me the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I went me behind the heiress, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo hero for himself, and, having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure, and will assist me?
To the death, my lord!
Let us to the great supper. Their joy is the greater that I am subdued. Would the cook were of my mind. Shall we prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw him not. How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other too like my lady's eldest son, never more tattling.
Then have Signor Benedick's tongue in Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedick's face.
With a good leg and a good foot. Uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man could win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, me seldom forget thee, husband, and thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God sending that way. For it is said that God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening, Lord! I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
You may wait on a husband that hath no beard.
Oh, and what should I do with him? Make him my manservant? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than valiant dust, to make an account of her life to a clod of wayward marl. No, Uncle, I will not.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince don't page or do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there is measure in everything, and so dance out the answer.
Niece, you ever in passing shrewdly?
The good eye, Uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
The revelers are entering! Brother, make good room!
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for a walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company.
I may say so, when I please.
And when please you say so.
When I like your favor, for God defend no one should be like the case.
My visor is filming truth. Within the house is Jove.
Why then your visor should be dashed.
Speak low, you speak loud.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the wagging of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit him.
You can never do him so ill well unless you were the very man you are he.
At a word, I am not.
Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? You are he. Graces will appear, and there's an end.
Whoa! When you did like me, so would not I?
For your own sake,
For I have many ill qualities, which is one. I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. Here's me cry, amen.
God match me with a good dancer. God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more words.
Clerk is answered. Will you not tell me who told you so?
Oh, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Now,
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Well, this was Signor Benedick that said so.
I pray you, what's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only libertines delight in him, and his commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Oh, do. He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which, peradventure, not marked or not laughed at, strikes him into a melancholy, and then there's a partridge wing saved. The fool will eat no supper that night. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is enamored with Hero and has gone with her father to Griffin about it. The ladies follow her, and but one visor remains.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you, Signor Benedick?
But you know me well. I am he.
You are high in my brother's esteem. He is enamored with the Lady Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal to his birth. You would do the part of an honest man in it.
I'll know him, he loves her.
I heard him swear his affections.
So
Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore all hearts save love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself and trust no agent for beauty is a witch, against whose charms faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of our proof, which I mistrust not. Farewell therefore, hero.
neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil, Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blazing to be true, though if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and good hero is one. I have worked with her father, and good will obtain. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and in grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence! It is the perfectest herald of joy. I were a little happy if I could say how much. My lady, as you are mine, I am
Impediment will be medicinal to me, for I am sick with displeasure. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship years since how much I am in favor of Margaret, the waiting gentle lady to Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother. Spare not to tell him how he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up to a contaminated.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero and kill Leonardo. Look you for any other issue?
To despite them, I shall endeavor anything.
Go then. Me, Albert, to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them that Hero, that semblance of a maid, loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Margaret Hero, your Margaret, term me Claudio, and bring them to see this the night before the intended wedding, and there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be constant in thy accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I presently shall go discover their day of marriage. He was wont to
Very well, my lord. The music ended. We'll fit the kid fox with a penny word.
Come, Balthazar, let us hear the song again.
Oh, good my lord, cat's not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once.
Why, it is the witness still of excellency to put a strange face to his own perfections. I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Because you taught a boy, I will sing. Since many a man doth commence his suitor to her and thinks not worthy, and yet he woos, yet will he swear he loves.
Now, pray thee, come, or if thou wilt hold longer argument, do to notes.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of my best words about it.
Why, this is the very conscious that he speaks. Notes forsooth, and nothing.
Now, divine air, now is his soul ravished. Is it not strange that sheep's guts should such hail souls from men's bodies? Well, a whore for my money, and I'll stop.
I've been cheated by you. But I've made up my mind. It must come to an end. Look at me now. Will I ever learn? I don't know how. But excellent singer, my lord.
Balthazar, I pray thee, give us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we would have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Farewell.
A dog that should have held us, they would have hanged him. I pray to God his bad voice bode no bad mischief.
Come hither, Leonardo. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedick?
I stuck on the foul sins. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedick. She hath in all outward behavior seemed ever to abhor.
It is possible? Since the wind in that corner.
By my trump, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection that is past the infinite of thought. Perhaps she doth but counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit? There was never a counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers it. Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Make hook well this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will. See you heard my daughter tell you how. She did indeed. How I pray you. You amaze me. I would have I thought your spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection. I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedick.
I should think this a goal, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Cannot hide itself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up. Has she made her a keynote, Benedick? No, I swear she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, who so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she is beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there will she sit in her smut till she hath writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had written it and was reading it over, she found Beatrice and Benedick between the sheets. Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest as to write to one she knew would flout her. Says she, by my own spirit, boy, I should flout him if he writ to me, though I love him, I should.
Then, down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart and
it to him. 'Tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as know you all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He's a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
For God, and in my mind, very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant, and in the managing of quarrels, you may say he is wise, for either he avoids them with great discretion, or undertakes them with a vengeance.
Well, I'm sorry for your niece.
Shall we go see Benedick and tell him of her love? Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, 'tis impossible she may wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further from your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedick well, and I can wish that he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
With the same net we cast for her, that what your daughter and her gentlewoman must carry, let us send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. This conference was sadly when they have the truth of it from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Well, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say that I will bear myself proudly if I perceive that the love come from her. They say also that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry, but I must not seem proud and happy. Are they that can hear their detractions and put them to mending? They say that the lady is fair. So I can bear them witness. And virtuous is the truth. I cannot prove it. And wise, yeah. But for loving me. In truth, it's no great addition to her wit, nor no argument for her folly, for I would be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some strange quirks and remnants of wit broken against me, because I railed so long against marriage that doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth he cannot endure in his age. When I said that I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day, she's a beauty. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner.
Sweet Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure in the message, then?
Yeah, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point, and choke a dog withal. You have no stomach, senor. Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those things than you took pains to thank me. That is as much as to say, any pains I take for you are as easy as thanks. If I do not pity her, I
ancient bower, where honeysuckles, ripened by the sun, forbid the sun to enter, like favorites made proud by princes that advance their pride against that power that bred it. There will she hide her to listen our purpose. This is thy office. Bear thee well and leave us alone.
I'll make her come. I warrant you presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. Think is not part of the dialogue. Then go we near her, that her hears nothing of the full sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice entirely?
So says the prince and my betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God, love! I know he doth deserve as much as ever man did merit, but nature never framed a woman's heart with prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on. And her wit values itself so highly that to her a letter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape, nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured. She would spell him backwards, if tall, a lance ill-headed, if low, an agate very finely cut, if speaking, why a vein blowed with all winds, if silent, why a block moved with none. Sometimes she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchase.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd as Beatrice is cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would press me to death with wit, laugh me out of myself. Therefore, let Benedick, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his passion, and truly I'll devise some honest slanders to say my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment. Having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
He is the only man of Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam. Speaking my fancy, Signor Benedick, for shape, forbearing argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy.
kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting me.
So say, I methinks you are sadder. I hope you be in love.
Hang him to it! There's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched by love. If he's sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it. Let's take first and draw afterwards.
What? Sigh for the toothache?
There is but a humor or a worm.
Everyone can master a brief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There's no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy he hath for strange disguises. Unless you have a fancy for this foolery as it appears to have. He is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, there's no believing all signs.
Have any man seen him at the barber's?
Nay, but the barber's man hath been seen with him, and the ornament of his cheek hath already stopped tennis balls. He looked younger than he did by loss of a beard.
Nay, there robs himself with cement. Can you smell him out by that?
That's as much to say the sweet boots in love.
The greatest note of it is melancholy.
What does he want to wash his face?
Yea, or to paint himself, for the which I hear what they say of him.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now cracked into a lute string, and now governed by stops.
Indeed, this tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude. He is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That would I know too. I warrant one that knows him not.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upwards.
This is no charm for the toothache. Good. Signor Leonardo, walk aside with me. I have studied some 8 or 9 wise words that these hobby horses must not hear.
Well, I was glad to break with him about Beatrice.
Even so, by this hero and Margaret have played their parts with Beatrice, and now the two bears look with one another when they meet.
My lord brother, God save you.
Lieutenant, brother,
If your leisure served, I would have a word with you.
in private.
If it please you. Yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I have to speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I now will manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well. And dearness of heart hath hope to ensure your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent, and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I come hither to tell you, circumstances being shortened, for she has been too long a talking of, the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could call her worse. Find me a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window enter, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow let her. But it better fits your honor to change your mind.
May this be so, I will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you have seen, confess not that you know. If you follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly. I will not disparage the lady further until you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly until midnight, and let the issue sort itself.
Oh, Tay, I'm totally turned.
Mischief strangely thwarted.
Oh, plague right well prevented! So will you say when you've seen the sequel.
If I see anything tonight, why I should not marry her tomorrow. In the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I have wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
For the watch ought to avenge no man, and it is an offense to stay a man against
and your own. Good night. Come here.
Well, masters, we here are charged. Let us go sit upon the church bench till 2, then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonato's door, for, wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu, be vigilant, I beseech you.